version 3.2 of the Oodarifle. Changes in this update include a 6th and 7th later of the body up here, just because this area up here was a lot less strong than the stock and handle grip area. Changed the slider. I know it's really bulky, really ugly, but it works better, and it allows it to be sturdy while being able to be pulled back further than normal. Internally, I changed the trigger. Well, here, let me build what the original trigger was real quick so that you can see. Originally, I just had, okay, building's hard with one hand. Wow. Okay, maybe I'll have better luck with my right hand. Yeah, there we go. So originally the trigger was just this, popping up like this, whoosh, like that, and then what I just changed was I added a 1-slot connector to it, and it gave it that much more pin pull. So instead of being blocked right there, it's blocked about a ½ an inch farther back now. So cool little update. And I had to change the slide because originally the slide had connectors back here that came from the slide, and so that wouldn't work if I pulled this all the way back and locked it into place now, because I have to pull it back further on the rails. And so if I still had a connector like right here going to the rod, that wouldn't work because that orange connector is in the way. So I had to change that up a little bit. And then the other thing I did was I changed the slider. I know I changed the slider a lot, but I made it so that there was areas for the rubber bands to go through smoothly, because before the rubber bands were rubbing up on the slider, which gave the slider more friction on the rubber bands, and it caused the rubber bands to not as much power. And before the Oodarifle had a pin pull of from here to here on a grade rod, and with the update, the pin pull is from here to here, which coincidentally is the exact same length as the TR8, exact same pin pull now. So I did go ahead and build a TR8 just because I was interested in seeing the comparison between the two. And originally the TR8 was shooting a lot better and a lot more with more power than my Oodarifle here, but that was because of the pin pull, and I fixed that issue by updating the trigger mechanism and slider on my Oodarifle. So now they have the same pin pull, but even so, the TR8 has just a little bit more power than the Oodarifle, even though the Oodarifle is really close to it. The TR8 just does a little bit better. However, I think that is more than compensated for in reload times, just because you can reload 11 rounds almost instantly if you have a clip, or if you have a clip ready for the Oodarifle. With the TR8, you'd have to load 8 rounds individually, which takes a lot more time than 11 rounds all at once. So I think it more than makes up for its lack in power and its reload time. So yeah, and again on this one, you want to make sure that this is always returned to here before. Otherwise, if your pin fires and this is still like back here, it'll snap off the piece that pulls the pin back. So yep, that's the update on the Oodarifle 3.2. Shoots almost as far as a TR8 with the same amount of bands, stretched about the same length, and yeah, it can shoot just as fast, almost as powerful, but can reload way faster. So yep, pretty cool.